Hi, my name's Vicky Smith. I work in the Equity and Diversity unit at RMIT. One of the projects I've been working on is a federally funded project that aims to build the awareness, aspiration and preparedness for higher education for regional students using innovative digital methods. In this project, we hope to have created useful tools that can be used now and in the future by secondary schools and others in the community. So the project aims to demystify some of this content through various different methods. Some of those are video conferences, the creation of videos and other resources that will sit in a website, the ability for students to interact with tertiary institutions through web chat, and something called studio learning, where our academics and teaching staff are interacting with students from those secondary schools.
My name is Kate Corley. I work in media and communications. I lecture in a studio environment in higher education, and when I say studio, what I mean is a place where students learn through doing. Studio learning is applicable to many different disciplines because essentially it's about learning how to form and ask questions, identify problems and to solve them through doing, through making or through undertaking tasks that are teaching you how to become the thing that you want to become. In high school, the learning will be very different from how you learn in university, and it's largely down to the value of your own ideas and the value of your peers. So being able to give an opportunity to regional students to experience that more open, more level sort of learning is really valuable, and being able to do that virtually is really, really important. So being able to speak to students in a classroom in Swan Hill, for example, and say, what are your ideas, talk to us about them, and to work through ideas as we would with our own master's students is hopefully going to inspire some students to consider this mode of learning and understand the difference between being in high school and being at university.
So we were introduced to the Reach Further resources through video conferencing with RMIT. So we did initially a program with our Year 12s on relaxation, and then we did the second program on memory techniques with the Year 10s. The students were extremely engaged with the content, not only because it was a teleconference and they were intrigued by what went on with the teleconference, but also the things that they were being taught.
I found the video conference useful as it helped me to learn different memory techniques to help us study for tests and exams in my final years of high school and maybe even university.
One of the methods we used to connect with secondary students was video conferencing. Sometimes this proved to be difficult for reasons of scheduling or access within the secondary school. So for this reason, we created these into online resources that the schools can now access when they need to and multiple times. And we've placed those on the website. This also allows for other people to be able to access these resources whenever they want to, such as parents and families and other members of the community.
So the RMIT outreach videos helped our students, in particular the video about rural students moving from school to university, by showing our students what it was like from going to a school environment to having a glimpse of what it's like at a university. So looking at self-directed skills and those kind of things.
The video I watched was about two girls moving away from the country, and it made me feel more comfortable hearing someone else's story, and it made me feel more confident living by myself.
So through our current outreach work, we know that when current tertiary students connect with secondary students, it's very powerful. So for this reason, we focused on using current students in the Reach Further project.
I found the video conference useful because it gave really good insight into going into university, and I liked hearing their stories about their personal experiences, and it made me feel a lot less nervous about going to university.
So on the website, we've included a lot of information for students that would support them in their access and journey to tertiary education. So for example, we have information around scholarships that can support those difficulties associated with costs and relocation. We also have information for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students to display the sorts of support services that we have here and also the connection to community that exists in the university context, as well as examples of careers and pathways into industry, for example, for women in underrepresented areas such as women in STEM.
There's definitely a need for the resources that are offered. Often students don't get to see what it's like to go to university, so it breaks down barriers and helps them understand what student life will be like when they're at university and the skills they'll need.